talked about slaying giants before. This ain't no more David and Goliath. This is two giants going at it.
Yeah, baby.
Two giants.
Yeah, baby.
Let's get it done. Family on three. 1, 2, 3.
Family.
And we're ready for a battle between two top 25 teams as the Utah Utes come into town to take on the Oregon Ducks. Gus Johnson, along with my partner Joel Klatt, Molly McGrath on the sideline. As Utah coming in undefeated against this Oregon team. Their only loss in East Lansing to Michigan State. Perfect weather, folks. 69 degrees and sunny. Utah won the toss, deferred Oregon to receive, and we're underway from Eugene. And this one will be returned deep in the end zone, and it's Marshall, and Marshall chopped down at the 10-yard line, and he'll get all the way up to the 12. And Joel, a couple of things to pay attention to.
Well, first and foremost, it's going to be Vernon Adams that's the starting quarterback for Oregon, and he's going to have to give all these great skill position players the ball in space and on time. They have to distribute evenly early in this game. And then on that defensive side, it's a great front seven led by Gianni Paul and Jared Norris, and the onus is going to be on those two players to tackle well in space. Oregon puts so much pressure on a defense, those two guys are going to be on an island most of the night.
So Vernon Adams, the transfer from Eastern Washington, playing with that broken finger, rolls out on first down, looking to throw, unleashes up in the air, and incomplete. On second down, they run it. Royce Freeman over the left side, gets down the sideline and out of bounds. Rolls Royce at the 25. Marcus Williams there to usher him out of bounds, and you're looking at one of the greatest running backs in college football right now.
And that's who they're going to have to lean on early in order to get this rhythm going for their offense, and then allow Vernon Adams to get the ball onto the outside. It's Freeman's show here in the first quarter.
First down and 10 of the 24 after the 11-yard gain, and Freeman, he'll run it over the right side. Mokafisi with the tackle for Utah. And here's Freeman running the ball, tries to bring it outside. The young player from Imperial, California. First down and 10 of the 35. Adams looking, and now he decides to take off and run it. Lost an edge and goes down at the 37. Second and 8 to throw it. Flings it out of the backfield. Freeman can't get there. And that brings up third down and long. Third down and 8 at the 37. Quarterback draw. Adams slides down. Looks like he may be short of that first down. So Ian Wheeler will send it away. He's a walk-on that earned a scholarship by the end of the 2014 season. And Britton Covey back deep. Covey, the freshman, backpedals, fields it inside his own 10. Looking for space and is ridden down at the 10-yard line. A 48-yard punt. Wilson to throw on first down, and it's complete. Close to a first down for Utah. A 9-yard gain on first down, and they'll hand it off to Vontae Booker. And he picks up the first down as DeForest Buckner stops him. First down from the 21, and they swing it out. And Booker took his eyes off the football. He picks it up. Incomplete pass, though. Second down and 10 at the 21. Empty backfield for Travis Wilson. And he'll throw it, skipping to his left, fires it, and incomplete. That ball thrown high. Third down and 10 at the 21. They need to go to the 31 for a first down. Wilson fires underneath and incomplete. Intended for Kenneth Scott. Hackett now from his own 1-yard line. End over end kick. Braylon Addison back deep. Lets it go over his head. It takes a Utah bounce and keeps on going. All the way inside the 10-yard line. Wow. A 75-yard punt. Great punt by Hackett, a career-long 76 yards, and it backs up Oregon. Out of the shotgun, Adams as he hands it off to Royce Freeman, trying to run around the left side. Nothing doing. That front seven for Utah, one of the best in the nation. 3rd down and 10 at the 8-yard line. Adams looking, goes through his progressions, dancing in the pocket, fires it near side, and it's caught by Evan Bayless, his tight end. 1st down, Oregon. 13-yard gain. Adams wants to run it, spins out of trouble, but eventually is wrestled down. Nicely done by Kylie Fitz on the tackle. 2nd down and 9. Royce Freeman running over the left side. He gets whacked and brought down. 3rd down and 7. Adams pumping with time. Now dancing. He just fires it off his back foot in no man's land and out of bounds. And the Ducks come up empty again. Covey back deep at the 35. Signals for the fair catch, and the freshman has it at the 38-yard line. And Travis Wilson wants to run it. He's got some wheels. 1st down for the big fella as he gets all the way down to the Oregon 30 and gets up gingerly with that shoulder.
I love what they were able to do here. They create some stretch in the defense with that side action, and then they get downhill with Travis Wilson, a very good runner, but you can see holding that left arm awful close to his side, so he never reached top end speed, or else I think he might have reached the end zone.
Travis Wilson is 6 feet 7 inches, folks. 233 pounds. He gains 33 yards. 1st down and 10 at the Oregon 28. Devontae Booker, the pistol back. And they give it to him. He'll run right, spins, pushes the pile forward with that great leg drive. Here's Booker with daylight. Devontae Booker still on his feet and goes down at the 10-yard line. Devontae Booker gaining steam in succession. His rush for 69, 120, and 156.
Isaac Asiata. That's a great pull by the left guard, and then he pins that linebacker 35 Joe Walker in there, and that's a huge hole for Devontae Booker to gain positive yardage now close to the 10-yard line.
He's 2nd in the nation, averaging 115 yards rushing a game. Gained 13 there. 1st and 10 at the Oregon 11. Booker again cuts it inside, breaking tackles. 2nd and 5. And they run it with Booker, and he'll get inside the 5-yard line. 3rd down and 4 at the 5-yard line for Utah. And Booker this time tracked down. Nicely done. Tyson Coleman, the outside linebacker, senior. Andy Phillips, they call him automatic. He's 43 for 53 in his career from 28 yards away. And good. Andy Phillips is sent it away. Byron Marshall back deep. And Marshall will bring this one out of the end zone and go down at the 13-yard line. And the handoff goes to Addison around the right side, breaks the tackle, finally dragged down at the 17. But Oregon has not had good field position. They've started from their 13, 8, and now 12.
Haven't seen that speed from Oregon that we're used to seeing.
Here's Adams to throw it under pressure. Steps up in the pocket and is taken down at the 20-yard line. Kylie Fitz again. That pocket collapsing. Adams underneath, incomplete. Already the 3rd punt for Ian Wheeler from his own 6-yard line. Drives this one toward the far side. Covey lets it take a bounce, and it bounces backwards to the 45. 1st down and 10 at the 44. Wilson to throw it. Near side, caught Joe Williams. He's got speed. Williams still running and dragged down at the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson, near side, throws a strike again. This ball turned up and out of bounds goes Tyrone Smith, the freshman from Fresno. Play fake. Wilson with time unleashes Incomplete. And here's Booker. Not a lot of room on the near side, and he's finally wrestled down at the 31. Wilson scrambling. Wilson breaks a tackle, and Wilson gets out of bounds at the 25. He's about 6 yards short of the first down marker. And he gets it up. And good. Andy Phillips to send it away. Byron Marshall, the deep man for Oregon. And Marshall, 1 yard deep, brings it out of his own end zone. With a lane, hits the sideline. Burst of speed, still running. Can he get there? Marshall, face mask coming up. They'll tack on more yardage. Electrifying run by the senior from San Jose. 77 yards.
Face mask, number 14 of the kicking team. Out the distance to the goal line. First down.
So a 77-yard gain when you tack on the face mask penalty. Oregon starting from the 11. Royce Freeman draw play, and he spins down after gaining 7.5, maybe 8 yards on the play. On second down, Freeman again bounces it outside. Touchdown Ducks. And a flag on the play.
Holding. Number 73 offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
The right tackle, Terrell Crosby. And you're going to see the Utah player, Kylie Fitz. He's calling for that flag right there. He's looking at the official while he's being held, saying he wants that flag. Mark Helfrich doesn't agree, but that's absolutely a hold. A good call negates the touchdown.
So that makes it 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line. Adams, drop, make that a screen. Freeman. And Freeman still running. Touchdown, Oregon. And this one will stand. Taylor Ollie, he's going to throw it near side. And I don't think they got in. Matt Wogan, the kickoff specialist, sends it away, and this one will be fielded at the 9 by Corey Butler-Bird. Wilson to throw it on first down. Far side, that ball deflected by DeForest Buckner. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Booker. Here's Wilson. Throws a strike to the far side and a first down. Kenneth Scott ran a great route. Here's Travis Wilson to throw. He'll go up top with the receiver. And incomplete. Second and 10 at the 36. Booker turning it up. And he'll get to the 41 before being stopped. Wilson lofts it up top. Looked like a hold to me, and it was. The ball intended for Tyrone Smith. Jawan Williams grabbed his jersey.
I think Mark Helfrich is going to argue that this was an offensive pass interference. That's clearly a hold, that left hand all over the receiver.
Number 17 defense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
First down and 10 at the 48. And Wilson running it. Tries to get outside. And out of bounds. And he's taken down hard out of bounds. No flag on the play. He got dumped. Wilson over the middle and caught as they get it to the 44. Kenneth Scott, the captain and senior. Wilson finds Scott, and Scott close to the first down. It will depend on the spot, but I think he has it. Booker. And Booker leaning forward. All the great running backs, Joel, have that forward lean. Booker. And he picks up the first down. From the 26. Wilson up top, wide open, Covey. Touchdown, Utah. The freshman phenom has a knack for getting open. And Travis Wilson puts it on the money.
I'm going to credit Jim Harding because he's just going to throw the little screen route as a deception move. Kenneth Scott's going to stop. They pump that, and then the wheel route from the inside receiver, Covey, and he's wide open. You got to give Travis Wilson a lot of credit because that pump fake, that drew the whole defense up and made that a very easy touchdown throw.
Covey, a prolific quarterback out of Provo, Utah. When he went to camp, that knew immediately that this freshman could start for him, and he's paying huge dividends. As they hand it off to Freeman. And Adams goes down, swarmed under in the backfield. Third down and 18 at the 23. Adams steps up, throws on the move, incomplete as he skipped that one to Braylon Addison.
There were some things there that are plays that he would normally make, and you know, you have to kind of get in their head of why and what, and you know, if he's thinking about something else or whatever it is.
Oregon sends it away. Covey back deep. He's special. Returns it from the 30. Turns it up. Covey. Terrific return as he gets to the 49-yard line. DeForest Buckner with the tackle, a 48-yard punt. And they'll swing it out. Joe Williams makes the catch, tries to stay in bounds, tiptoes down the sideline. They're going to call this an incomplete pass. Wilson. Near side, and once again it's caught. Kendrick Young, the sophomore from Gainesville, Florida. And the option. Wilson keeps it and picks up the first down. Wilson looks like a broken play. Wilson just dumps it out of bounds. Here's Wilson underneath, and the ball caught. Third down and 3 at the 34. Wilson swings it out. Booker in space. Booker hits the sideline. Devontae Booker. Now Booker running it. Devontae Booker gets inside the 10-yard line. Wilson looking near side. Now over the middle. Touchdown. Kenneth Scott.
They're going to miss the officials. A very clear false start here. Watch number 68, J.J. Dealman. He leans back in his stance and even looks back at the snap. And the officials totally miss it, and they capitalize with a touchdown. Great throw and catch. But the officials there with a missed call lead to the touchdown.
Meanwhile, there's going to be a new quarterback. Jeff Locke, Marcus Mariota's back up, ready to come in. Vernon Adams, he's got that broken finger. And he will sit, hat on. Marshall inside the 5. Hopped, and he crosses the 30 up to the 32. Another good run. And now Jeff Locke. Locke to throw on first down. Fires, caught. Gain of 2. Second down and 8. Locke rolling out of the pocket. Throws on the move. Caught. Charles Nelson. First and 10 at the 40. Play fake. Locke over the middle. Caught again.
Here's that tempo. Now you get the first downs. You get the big completion down the sidelines to Nelson. And Lockhe's got the Ducks rolling.
That's a gain of 16, 1st and 10. And they'll hand it off this time to Royce Freeman straight ahead. 2nd and 7, Lockie again, dialing it up long and incomplete. 3rd down and 7 to the 21. Lockie deciding to run it with room. Look at Jeff Lockie all the way down to the 1-yard line. Marcus who? Out of the shotgun. Play fake. Lockie swings it out. Wide open. Addison, touchdown Ducks. And just like that, Helfrich makes the move, puts in the junior quarterback, and they've got points on the board. And let's see if the touchdown fires up the Oregon defense. This ball bouncing all the way into the end zone for touchback. 1st down at his own 25. Booker skipping through the hole, and he'll gain 8. And Booker, this time he's stuffed and knocked backwards. They've converted 4 third downs in a row. Wilson running it, 1st down Utah, and more. Look at him go at the 40. Travis Wilson. And he gets down at the 5-yard line. 6 feet 7 inches, folks. 1st down and goal from the 11. Booker. And he'll gain a couple. Wilson. Fade up top. Whoa, what a catch. Touchdown. Caleb Rep found the back of the end zone.
Talk about a big spot for a true freshman. His first catch of the season, goes for a touchdown, and an excellent job to get his left foot down in bounds. What a play from Caleb Rep from Rancho Cucamonga.
A minute remaining in the 2nd quarter. Utah on top of Oregon, 27-13.
All right, listen up now. Hey, 0-0 mentality. 0-0. Yeah. Keep your foot on the pedal, step on their throat. 30 more minutes of tough physical football. 30 more minutes. It's right there for you to take. It's right there. Go take it. Go take it. Let's go, baby. How bad you want this?
Matt Wogan to send it away. And the 2nd half is underway from Eugene. This one kicked out of the end zone for a touchback. Devontae Booker in the backfield. Wilson to throw on 1st down. To the sideline and incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Wilson again. Near side, caught by Kenneth Scott. Scott picks up a 1st down and more as he gets all the way up to the 46-yard line. Ugo Amadi, the freshman, with the tackle. 1st down at the 45. 5th catch for Scott. Here's Wilson. Lobbing one up for Scott. He's got a step, makes the catch, and gets out of bounds at the Oregon 30. Will make it the 28. 1st and 10. At the Oregon 27. High snap handle by Wilson. He'll wind up in the end zone. And incomplete. Intended for Tyrone Smith. Now Booker running right with room. Booker breaking tackle, still on his feet. Flag on the play. Devontae Booker down at the 5. This may be a face mask against Oregon.
I think it was Juwan Williams, number 17, who comes in. There's Williams, and there's the face mask.
Foul, face mask, number 17 defense. Half the distance from the end of the run. 1st down.
Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Utah. Travis Wilson throwing touchdowns, running for touchdowns, and the Utah Utes score on their opening drive of the 2nd half.
So these 2 Oregon players, they are just going to buy completely into the fake to Booker. Wilson reads it perfectly. They squeeze down. He's got a lead blocker who doesn't even need him. Fakai Loatonga, 87, was looking for someone to block. There was nobody there because of the great fake from Travis Wilson.
This one from the 12-yard line as Marshall gets up to the 30. First down and 10 at the 29. Royce Freeman running it. And Freeman running right into Tevin Carter. Second and 4 at the 35. Lockie in for Adams. Lockie throws underneath and it's caught. This time Braylon Addison, the junior, gains 14 yards. Oregon having no problems moving the ball now that Lockie is in at quarterback.
Definitely been more efficient, and they've been able to get their tempo going, which has helped them so much over the years.
First down and 10 of the 49. Jeff Lockie looking, fires, picked off. This ball intercepted by Marcus Williams. Williams with the blocker, up the sideline, and Williams out of bounds at the Oregon 25.
The safety in the middle of the field. He's never going to move there. This is just an ill-advised throw from Jeff Lockie. Eyes on the quarterback the whole time. Spins back around, reading his eyes. The ball is short, severely underthrown, and that's as easy an interception as you're going to get in major college football there for Marcus Williams, the sophomore from Corona, California.
He returned it 52 yards. First down at the Oregon 25. And look, Booker to throw. Wide open. Covey, touchdown, Utah.
It was third quarter. We had a pretty sizable lead at that time, but you're playing Oregon. They can score in bunches in a hurry. The game is never out of reach for Oregon, and so that's why we had to keep the pedal to the metal the entire time.
Jim Harding, the offensive coordinator for Utah, pulling out all the stops right now. Lockie, near side, caught. Addison turns it up, and he gets to the 47 before being taken down.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 62 offense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Watch 62. He's in the bottom left of your screen, and he's right next to Fa'anuku, and just real late throws right in the helmet, right into his jaw right there, and the official was right behind him and threw the flag immediately. Excellent job of officiating there by the umpire.
But a first down for Oregon at the 33. Royce Freeman. Second down and 8. Play fake. Lockie delivers, and that one, either his arm was hit or it was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 8 at the 35. Play action. Lockie again steps up in the pocket, and he elects to run it, trying to get the first down. Sets up a screen. Freeman with a blocker in front of him. Burst of speed. Here's Freeman. Cuts it back inside. Flag on the play. Another face mask as Royce Freeman gets it to the 23-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, number 41 defense. Half the distance from the end of the run. It's an automatic first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line. Here's Lockie running it straight ahead, and he gets thumped. Dangerous play. Lockie pumping off his back foot, incomplete. Here's Lockie rolling out of the pocket, buying time, and intercepted. Wow! Dominique Hatfield in the end zone, and that's the second interception of the night for Lockie.
Hatfield did a great job of staying in bounds here. He was so close to the sidelines in the end zone, gets both feet down.
And you're giving the ball to a red-hot Utah offense. They've scored touchdowns on their last 5 possessions. Booker skipping. And he picks up 8 yards on the play. Christian French with the stop. Booker, 18 carries, 89 yards. He gets it again, looking for the first down, and has it. First down and 10. Williams trying to reverse field, and he can't do it. Second down and 17. Wilson. And incomplete. They swing it out near side. Covey makes the first man miss. Cross forward. Hackett punting from the 14. End over end kick. And it takes a bounce. And will be down at the 32.
Camera over the field. In that case, we will replay 4th down.
Oh, Oregon's not going to be happy about that. They said that the ball actually hit the wire. I think our Skycam operator is going to get that camera as far out of there as he possibly can.
And that's a high snap, and Hackett's going to run it. Hackett with room. Whoa! Look at the Australian rules player running the football. Hackett picks up 33 yards and a first down for Utah. Everything working well for the Utes tonight.
When it hit the wire, they didn't line up properly to it. They didn't cover it right. So we called it up and dialed it up, and we have a way to check out of it if they give us a different look. But based on the look we saw the snap before, it was there. So we just took advantage of it.
As Devontae Booker runs the football, 2nd and 14 at the 43. Wilson. And he's hit as he throws. They fire it out. Far side. This time it's Bubba Poole. And Poole still running. He gets to the 35-yard line with his forward progress. 4th down and 5. Booker, Williams in the backfield. Here's Wilson over the middle, wide open. He's got his tight end. Booker. Booker again. He looks up, wide open, touchdown Utah again. Caleb Repp, his 2nd touchdown of the game, which happens to be his 2nd catch of the season.
Here they're going to come on the blitz, and this is just as easy as it comes. There's nobody there defending for Oregon. He goes completely wide open. They're trying to run a linebacker deep. That's DeForest Buckner, who's a defensive end. They were trying to run him back from over the center. That's just a poor design from the defense, and an easy touchdown for Travis Wilson in the 2nd of the night for Rep.
Lockie over the middle, almost intercepted again. Marcus Williams wanted his 2nd.
Just haven't seen this Oregon offense this out of sorts in quite some time.
So Wheeler will come on the field to punt for the 6th time. Covey back deep at the 27.
Covey deep.
And the ball fielded on the opposite side. How about this? Utah's going to run it in for a touchdown. 69 yards. Wow.
Here's the kick by Wheeler. High and hanging kick. Covey's going to let it hit. Oh, it's the other way. It's the other way. It's caught. And that's going to go in. Booby Hobbs. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Completely faked.
We're hitting on all cylinders tonight. In special teams, Hackett punted the ball extremely well. The fake punt was executed to perfection, except for the high snap. The high snap was a little bit high. The punt return that we had dialed up with the decoy. I mean, all those things were executed very well.
Hobbs on the return. This game plan has been a masterpiece.
Royce Freeman breaks the tackle, gets around the corner. Still on his feet. And goes out of bounds around the 35. First down and 10 at the 35. Lockey. Off his back foot, sideline, Freeman, no. Broken up at the last moment. Good defense for Utah's Gianni Paul. Second down and 10 at the 35. Lockey under pressure, and Lockey sacked again. I believe they're going to call this one a sack. Lockey drops it off on the far side. And this time it's Taj Griffin. And a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Clipping. Number 78 offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Third down.
That's Cameron Hunt once again. So third down and 18 for Oregon. Lockey to the sideline. Caught. Evan Bayless. Lockey to throw it on 4th and 8. In trouble and sacked again for the 5th time. He lost the ball. Picked up by a lineman. And now a new quarterback in, Kendall Thompson for Utah. Thompson started last week. Second down and 10 at the 42. And here's Joe Williams.
Joe Williams.
Kendall Thompson, Oklahoma transfer to the far side.
Addison deep for the Ducks.
Addison back deep as Hackett kicks it away. First down and 10 at the 1. And here's Benoit. New quarterback in, Taylor Ollie. Benoit running it. And he'll get to the 6-yard line.
After review, the runner was not down and fumbled the ball, which was recovered by Utah on the 6-yard line. First and goal.
First down and goal from the 6. Kendall Thompson, touchdown Utah. What an effort. And we still have 10 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Utah on top of the Ducks on the road, 61-13, and we've seen Oregon score a lot of points against a lot of teams for a lot of years. John Holiday in to kick it away for the Utes. And this is Addison from the goal line. And he'll get to the 22-yard line. First down. Benoit. Second and 6 at the 26. Far side. Caught out of bounds, and that's Devin Allen.
This Utah team has a chance to do very special things this year for Kyle Whittingham.
Ian Wheeler punting from the 14. Covey back deep. And Covey comes up and fields it at the 37.
Every facet, all 4 phases, coaching, special teams, offense, defense, they've outplayed, outcoached the Oregon Ducks.
Chase Hansen, freshman from Highland, Utah, has come in at quarterback for the Utes. Initially signed in 2012, redshirted, and then went on a church mission to Australia. Hansen.
Personal foul, shot block, number 72 and 75 offense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's Nick Nowakowski, number 75. Andrew Albers is number 72, so they've replaced the right side of the offensive line for Utah.
There's that right side. Remember engaging high, then someone coming around and going low right there. Get him for the chop block. Looked worse there at the end than it did at the point of contact, but nevertheless a really solid call by the officials.
First down and 25. And the handoff. This time Hansen will run it. And Hansen, 3rd down and 10. Marcus Sanders-Williams.
Marcus Sanders-Williams carries in confirmation.
Braylon Addison lets it take a bounce in front of him, and it'll be downed inside the 5-yard line. 6:02 to play in the 4th quarter. First down and 10. And they hand it off. Taj Griffin out of bounds as he's knocked out hard. 2nd and 2 at the 12. Ali, far side, Devin Allen.
Travis Wilson played remarkable tonight, and he's just going to continue to get healthy from that sprained left shoulder.
Griffin trying to make something happen. A burst down the sideline with running room. High stepping, hesitation, and finally knocked out of play. Brian Allen there to get him after a 48-yard gain. First down and 10 at the 30. Ali, quarterback draw. And he'll pick up the first down. First down and 10. Benoit. And Ali running it. Ali, touchdown Oregon. 14 yards. Are they getting this kid ready? Maybe.
They could be possibly. Anytime we brought his name up this week, you could just hear excitement out of the coaches. Former walk-on, 2nd straight game now with the rushing touchdown, and I think anything's on the table when you get 62 hung on you and your offensive line looks like that. Your quarterback play was shaky. I think all positions are open.
But this game, I guess, Joel, you could say it was kind of over at the start of the 3rd quarter.
Utah just poured it on. And that's where they came up with all their wrinkles. And they came up here and threw a 62 burger at the Oregon Ducks on their home field.
Hansen running the ball.
That front 4 is just really solid.
2nd down and 6. Hansen again. First down Utah and more.
Joe Williams carries.
Hansen again. And Hansen taken down inside Oregon territory.
Utah was 0-4 in Pac-12 conference openers. Whittingham was 0-3 against Oregon. And all of that is going to come to an abrupt halt right here as Utah is going to take a knee. Boy, this has to feel good. No team in the Pac-12 thus far has looked as good or as dominant, even UCLA, as what Utah did here tonight in Autzen Stadium.
So Utah will start the season 4-0 with wins over Michigan, Utah State, Fresno State, and this impressive performance at Oregon. 530 yards in total offense, no turnovers. Wilson, 4 touchdown passes, 1 rushing touchdown. And the senior who gutted it out with the shoulder injury leads the way as the Utes will win this game 62-20.
That's the best win for Utah as a member of the Pac-12. And Kyle Whittingham has got a team that can absolutely threaten for and potentially win the Pac-12 South.